My name is Stephen Baumgartner. I'm a physicist and I'm working at the University of Wittenherdecke in Germany as well as at the University of Bern in Switzerland. And I've been doing research, basic research into homeopathic potentization now for about 25 years.
I am Leonie Bonami from Brazil and I work in Universidade Paulista in São Paulo.
I'm Alexandre Tournier. I'm the chairman and founding director of the Homeopathy Research Institute.
I am Vladimir Vayekov, professor of the Faculty of Biology of the Moscow State University.
My name is Robert Hahn. I come from Stockholm, Sweden. So I have worked full-time with clinical research in surgery, anesthesia, and very much in urology, actually, the past 25 years.
My name is Jens Behnke. I work at the Carstens Foundation in Germany, and we do research programs for complementary medicine and especially homeopathy.
I'm Rachel Roberts and I'm Chief Executive of the Homeopathy Research Institute. Now, if someone says to me, homeopathy is placebo, the first thing I ask them is where they've got that information from. So they usually say it with a really strong opinion. So homeopathy is rubbish, homeopathy doesn't work. And what you find time and again is that most people don't actually know much about homeopathy.
People say that homeopathy is only placebo, and I tell you this is wrong. They cannot have read the literature, because if they do, they'll find a different result.
People that are of the opinion that homeopathic remedies are just placebo most probably are not aware of the current state of scientific literature.
I study homeopathy in laboratory, in the laboratory context, since 22 years ago. So I think I have a good experience to see the effect absolutely outside placebo. So the effects are there.
The best evidence that we have right now really is a meta-analysis by Robert Matty of individualized homeopathy against placebo control. And if we look at those trials, we see that homeopathy, individualized homeopathy, works. And this has been done with very rigorous methodology following the Cochrane guidelines.
It is not only placebo. This already is proved by the research which is made not only on animals or plants, but even on such a model system as isolated cell membranes, for example.
In total, we have evaluated 17 basic research models, bioassays, and different kind of preclinical measurements to address the questions, what is the nature of homeopathic remedies and whether they are different from placebo. And in 14 out of these 17 assays, we observed significant effects of homeopathic remedies compared to placebo.
We can see that homeopathy works in the outcome studies. You always have these effects comparable to conventional medicine, but with less adverse effects. There are several hundred studies of this type. And the other part are these randomized controlled trials. And there we have evidence that homeopathy works better than placebo. So it is not consistent with the data to state that homeopathy is placebo.
So what we find is we do have good quality positive studies that show homeopathy works. And all the experiments being done on homeopathy are done by well-trained scientists, most of them in universities. So if you're going to say homeopathy doesn't work, that does surprise me, because my 25 years in the sector, working with medics and scientists, is saying exactly the opposite. It's saying homeopathy works, it is not a placebo effect, it's real medicine.